Trimming nails on dogs and cats is a daily occurrence in every veterinary hospital. Many owners will inquire as to how often their pet should have its nails trimmed. There is no simple answer to this question. Having their pet's nails evaluated during an examination is the very best way for them to know. A pet's nails continually grow throughout their lifetime. As they dig, scratch, and walk on hard surfaces, they wear down the tips of their nails. Prior to domesticating these animals and bringing them into our homes, it was not necessary to trim their nails, as they would naturally wear them down. Today's indoor pet will likely require you or their owner to assist in maintaining short nails. Untrimmed, a pet's toenails are likely to either break off or become ingrown, both of these being very painful to the pet. Before discussing how to trim nails, let's review some basic anatomy. Most dogs possess 4 nails on each paw, with a possible dew claw on the inside of each paw. Dew claws are possible on any foot, but are likely to be found on the front feet. You should be extra careful not to miss trimming a dew claw when performing a nail trim, as these nails get little contact with the ground and are often very sharp and in need of trimming. Some owners will opt to have the dew claws removed when their dog is just a few days old. The anatomy of the toenail is consistent regardless of its location and color. Within the hard shell of the nail exists a core containing a blood vessel and a nerve. This sensitive area is called the quick. When examining clear or light-colored nails, the quick will be obvious because of its pink color. The region of the nail beyond the quick can be trimmed without causing the animal any pain or bleeding. When the quick is not visible, as with all dark-colored nails, the location of the quick must be approximated. Observing the underside of the nail for a notch or hook is often a helpful indicator for identifying an area where the quick is not present. When trimming a pet's nails, it is important to remember that if the pet's nail bleeds or the pet shows obvious signs of pain upon cutting, then you are likely in the quick area. When this happens, you will not want to trim as close on the next nail. The most common tools for trimming the nails are the Resco guillotine type nail clippers and the large plastic gripped nail clipper. The most important thing to remember about the nail clipper is that they should always be sharp so that they cut the nail rather than crush the nail. Using clippers with a dull cutting surface will produce pain for the pet. Once you have selected the appropriate clipper, you are ready to begin. Be sure to have the pet properly restrained, because many pets do not like their feet handled, and you never know how a pet will respond when they are in pain. It is always better to conduct nail trims with the help of another assistant whenever possible. With one hand controlling the paw, guide the clippers over the toenail to a point just outside the quick. Cut the nail quickly so as to minimize any squeezing of the nail. When learning to cut nails, especially dark nails, it may be helpful to begin cutting further out away from the quick and clip closer with subsequent cuts. By evaluating the pet's response and examining the appearance of the cut surface, you will likely detect when you are approaching the quick. When a nail is cut too short and begins to bleed, don't panic. This is not a serious problem and can be readily corrected with the aid of septic powder or a cautery stick. Both of these agents work by chemically cauterizing the bleeding vessel. The silver nitrate cautery sticks tend to be somewhat uncomfortable when applied to the exposed nerve of the quick, so adequate restraint should be in place to prevent a bite response. Be careful not to touch the tip of the silver nitrate stick, as this causes your skin to discolor for several days. It is the goal to cut the nails as short as possible without hitting the quick. With time and experience, you will learn to recognize how much to cut off. Cats will also occasionally need their nails clipped. The quick is generally quite obvious and can be easily avoided. By gently squeezing the cat's pad, the toenails will become more prominent, making it easier to clip the nails. Cat nails are more likely to splinter when cut. This can be minimized by using sharp nail clippers.